Imagine a country in the Horn of Africa, functioning like a real state for over 30 years, but ignored by the world. In 2025, Israel officially recognized Somaliland, breaking decades of diplomatic isolation. Now, all eyes are on Ethiopia. What would happen if Ethiopia follows Israel and recognizes Somaliland too? Could it shift trade, security, and alliances across the entire region? And how would Somalia and the African Union react to such a bold move? The consequences could reshape the Horn of Africa forever. This is Inside Horn, a channel dedicated to facts, clarity, and reliable analysis. No rumors, no propaganda, no misinformation, only the truth, so you can understand the Horn of Africa clearly and without bias. Ethiopia and Somaliland share a complex history in the Horn of Africa. Somaliland declared independence from Somalia in 1991 after years of conflict, and since then it has operated as a stable and autonomous region. Most of the world, however, has not recognized it as a sovereign state. Israel's recognition in 2025 marked the first major break in this long-standing diplomatic isolation, and it has already created ripple effects across the region. Ethiopia, a landlocked country with a large population and significant regional influence, has strategic interests in Somaliland. Its trade, security, and regional stability are closely linked to the situation in neighboring territories. Official recognition of Somaliland could strengthen Ethiopia's position in the Horn of Africa and open up new economic and diplomatic opportunities. One of the most significant factors is trade. Somaliland relies heavily on its ports, particularly the port of Berbera, for imports and exports. For Ethiopia, being landlocked, access to Berbera offers a strategic alternative to Djibouti. Recognition could strengthen economic ties, allowing Ethiopia to expand trade, invest in port infrastructure, and secure more direct access to the Red Sea. This would also give Ethiopia greater flexibility in regional logistics and reduce dependency on a single trade route. The timing of Ethiopia's recognition matters. With Israel having recognized Somaliland in 2025, Ethiopia following suit would send a clear signal about its regional priorities. Israel's engagement in the Horn of Africa has increased in recent years, focusing on trade, technology, and security partnerships. Ethiopia recognizing Somaliland could reshape alliances and influence diplomacy across the region, signaling a pragmatic approach to regional influence and stability. There are challenges and risks. Somalia claims Somaliland as part of its territory, and Ethiopian recognition would likely lead to strong diplomatic protests from Mogadishu. The African Union, which prioritizes respect for existing borders, might react diplomatically, potentially creating tension between Ethiopia and other African nations. Ethiopia would also need to consider internal political dynamics, making sure that recognition does not encourage separatist movements among its own diverse regions. At the same time, recognition could encourage other countries in the region to reconsider their stance on Somaliland. It might attract international investment, expand security cooperation, and position Ethiopia as a central actor in Horn of Africa politics. Ports, infrastructure, and trade agreements could all benefit, connecting Ethiopia more closely to regional and international networks. Ethiopia recognizing Somaliland after Israel did in 2025 would be a highly calculated move, carefully weighing economic, security, and regional influence factors. By taking this step, Ethiopia could secure more direct access to strategic ports like Berbera, strengthen trade routes, and increase its leverage in regional logistics and infrastructure projects. At the same time, the move would demand delicate diplomacy with Somalia, which strongly opposes Somaliland's independence, as well as with the African Union and other international partners that emphasize respect for existing borders. Navigating these diplomatic challenges would require Ethiopia to balance regional ambitions with internal political stability, ensuring that no unintended tensions arise within its own diverse population. Such a decision could fundamentally reshape political dynamics across the Horn of Africa, opening new opportunities for trade, investment, and security cooperation. At the same time, it would create a complex landscape of challenges that Ethiopia would need to manage carefully to protect its long-term strategic interests.